All right, I'm looking at another weekly Squardle. This is number 153. If you're not familiar with Squardle, it's like Wordle. On a grid, we guess a row and a column at the same time. This 8 is how many guesses we have remaining. Last week, I tried bench and audio that someone had suggested, and I thought, let's give it a second attempt. Let's see how it goes. You got to try something more than once because it depends on the puzzle you use. Okay, well, the H was good. The H was good. We got a bunch of reds here, which is interesting. Okay, and then audio. Okay. So there's no U, no D, no B, but that's not super surprising. Okay, so OA would be good. We do have the orange and the red, so we could do something like this maybe? I think OA, it's not necessarily OA, but that's a good way to think. So maybe A, but A second isn't great right now because of the white A here, but still possible. I mean, it's still possible up here, so it's not terrible to guess. We could do... Part of me wants to do I here. But, yeah, I. Oh, wait. Yeah, A there. Okay, so we're doing A. I confused myself. A and I, because I did the OA in the second row, but now I'm guessing the third row. So I've got A and I is what I'm thinking. We could do, there's an N somewhere, but only in the column, not the row. There's not too much else to go on. We got an N and a C and an H, you know, over here, but not down here. And you know, another option is to do the O here for right now instead of the A, because there is an O in the second column and the second row. So that's not terrible, because there could just as easily be OA here. So let's do O and A right now, and maybe some new letters otherwise. That could be good. Well, I could do toxin, which does have the N for the column, but I don't want to do an X at this point. We could do topic. It's not terrible. We do have a C somewhere over here, and this could potentially rule out 2 more spots for the C in that 4th column. So, and T and P are new letters. Yeah, let's go topic. That's pretty good. All right, well, that's interesting. Very colorful. How helpful is it though, is the question. All right, so I'm even more thinking O here now, and A here. There's a T. Wow. Okay, so listen, I mean this is looking good for an I. And a C. Maybe we've got IC here instead. We could actually have O. Toxic. We could have toxic right here. That would actually be kind of funny. I don't want to guess it though right now, but it's possible. Possible. If that's an O, I mean, you could have 2 O's here, but if this were the O, you'd probably have an O down here, most likely. And then we need an A somewhere. And AO isn't great, so I don't think O there is as good. I think OA here is pretty good. All right, well, we're on the 3rd row and column anyways. Ending in IC is pretty good, actually, because there's a C down here. It's not 3rd, it's not 5th, it's obviously not 1st. It could be 2nd or 4th. But since we got the red in here, it's a good spot to try. So, interesting though, if we're gonna do OA, then this is probably a consonant. Something like antic would be interesting, except we know there's not an A at the top. Well, actually, optic. Optic isn't terrible. And something like soapy is possible across here, or soaps or something. That's not bad. Let's go with optic. Okay, the IC was good. The IC was good. I was hoping I was hoping for a good surprise there that it was going to be right, but that's okay. There's a T here. It's not first or third. It could be second or fifth. Wow, we've now got a P somewhere in the grid, but it's not second, third, or fourth row, or second, third, or fourth column. So it's got to be in one of the corners. I mean, CP is possible here. But, otherwise, it's got to be one of these other ones. So, you know, doing a P here might be a good to try. Because either that's going to be a P, or it's going to potentially point towards the P up there or down here. And then we need an O. And the O now is, I mean, in this row is either first or second. And in the column here, it's second. Oh, is it for sure? Yeah, because it can't be first, can't be third, can't be fourth, can't be fifth. This is a definite O. Okay, which makes me think that the A is there. We've got the I here. We need a T. Oh, there's an H in the column here. This could be an H after the C. That's pretty good. And then we could do a T here. We need a T. We need an O. O-T-H, that's good. And then we don't have too much to go on otherwise, but it could be something, well, we can't do broth. Can't do cloth, because we can't have a C. We could do froth. Froth isn't too bad. I'm gonna go for it. Well. Okay, well, all right, so the T down here, it's not fifth, it's obviously not fourth, it's not third, it's not first because of the yellow. This is now a definite T. Okay. We're doing this the hard way today. Okay, and yeah, we know there's an H over there, but there's an H up here somewhere. Second or fourth. We could do it there. This could actually be another C. Oh, this is the H I'm thinking. This could be another C, though. We could do something like poach. No, we can't. I was going to do a P, wasn't I? Why did I do a P? I forgot. Okay. Well, now I'm thinking PH. We could do N-E, maybe? Phone? This can't be a P, so it can't be poach. It can't be coach, so we can't put a C there. So maybe, well, maybe not CH. Loathe, we need a T. There's a T first or second here. Attic? No, it can't have an A. Ethic, we've got the orange E up there. Ethic and loathe. Now I'm gonna end up with an EP. It's possible. Now, well, if we have another E, we could do something like sleep or something. Sleep or sheep. Could have an H there too. No, we can't have an H. We could do sleep though. Double E. E-A, that's not terrible. SL over here is pretty good. We need to have an O. I'm thinking here. Sloth? Oh, but that can't be a T. Slosh? Stain? Maybe? Slosh and stain. And I don't know what this would be though. EA something A. Well, okay, so let's go back. Let's do this one here needs a T. Which could be this could be, oh, but this can't be lotto. I was gonna say, no, ortho. Oh, nope. That's no good. Okay, the EP. We could also do sweep. Eaten, maybe? We need an N. eaten. Hence, yeah, we need an E. Warty? That's not very good. We need a T. A T in the row. Tort and steep. And slosh and stein, not stain. Okay, there we go. I think that's gonna be pretty good. That has a good chance of being right. Is there any possible way to do it in 4? I don't think so. No. There's not gonna be. So let's just do, I don't know, let's do the rows. Steep, loathe, what was it? Ortho, stein, not stain, and henceforth we have solved the puzzle, I guess. All right, well, 6 at the end isn't too bad. 9's the best I've ever done. I think I had, what, an 8 last week or something? I did really good last week too. But there you go. I was just, I feel like I was guessing some good things. They just weren't getting me the information I needed this time, so. All right, steep, loathe, ortho, stein, hence, slosh, tort, eaten, ethic, and bone. Some interesting words in there today. A lot of H's, a lot of E's, a few T's, but let me know how your solve of this puzzle went. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.